The push must go on. Y'all know they tried this.
Yeah. What's good? What's good? You guys are tuned into another episode, another edition of the Linc Up featuring Symone Stanley, Lord Brunson, and yours truly, Tone DeShields II. Y'all know the vibes, y'all know the energy, y'all know where our bodies be. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. We need you guys to definitely support that Linc Up YouTube channel. You guys keep subscribing, keep hitting that like button, keep commenting, staying engaged. We appreciate all the love, all the support. You guys have been phenomenal. Symone, LB, how we feeling?
Hey, I'm feeling good. It's a beautiful morning, great day to be an Eagles fan. Every day is great, but some days they're just a little sweeter.
Say, hey, they need to keep it pushing. Tell me to keep it pushing.
Keep that shit pushing.
Keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? I feel good. Like, I love being an Eagles fan, y'all. That's all I can say, really. Because, like, I make my haters mad, and so does my football team. We meant to be.
Inevitable.
They be giving us hella fuel, bro. Like they be giving us so much fuel. Bro. We cannot be annoying, bro. Like it's so hard to not be cocky and not be, annoying as an Eagles fan. When you got all
they don't realize, like, you know what they love saying? They love saying, "Why y'all so pressed about what we doing? Why y'all pressed about what we doing?" It's like, no, we're not pressed. We just laughing at y'all. We just laughing. It's comedy, when you at the circus, you laugh. That's what's supposed to happen, right? When you surrounded by clowns and surrounded by, the trapeze people, the people that do the stunts, you surrounded by the 10 million freaks at the circus. Like you got to laugh. You got to be enjoyed.
But why you got such a big mouth if you know you butt? You should be quiet. Nobody talks about the Browns. Nobody talks about
the Chargers.
Nobody talks about those guys.
Right.
They shut up. They know they roll. They know they role. They know they place. Like, if you're a Cowboys fan, why are you so loud? Why are you why are you making me talk about you?
That's
why are you making me remind you? You know what I'm saying? What you mean? Why y'all so worried about us? If you was quiet, it's championship talk over here. If you was quiet, nobody would even know you exist. But y'all are running up and down Twitter, running up these NFL streets. First of all, that's my app. Y'all on my app. You know what I'm saying, Symone? That's my block. Everybody know that. You on my app talk about Dak Prescott is ranked 17th. You know what I'm saying? What you on my app talk about with a bum ranked? Like as if he should be higher. You on, man. You better stay off my streets. Them my streets. Everybody know that. Only people who say on my streets is Eagle content creators.
I love it. As y'all know, the Philadelphia Eagles, by the letter of the law, the Tush push is here to stay.
Keep pushing, baby.
So they had their vote this week. And just to add some context, remember they had their vote, I want to say it was in March, right? Prior to the draft. They had their first set of owners meetings. And they tried to get it banned then. But they claimed that they couldn't come to a resolution. So instead of just kicking it down the road for the next season, they decided to say, you know what? We're going to revisit this at our next owners meeting after the draft. And here we are. And the vote came. They needed 24 votes. That's 75% of the teams in the NFL. They needed 24 votes to get the Tush push banned. And they were unable to get to that. They were actually able to get the 22 votes. It went 22-10. So the Eagles did get by the skin of their teeth when it comes to 2 votes.
God did, but God did.
God did, and Jason Kelsey did.
The Lord always gonna provide what you need. All we needed was 10. All we needed was what? 9. All we needed was 9. The Lord always gonna provide what you need. Some might see it as we just got by. Some see our cup was filled, overfilled. The Lord overfilled our Tush push cup. The haters will see it as barely getting by. We see it as the Lord gave us exactly what we needed.
Exactly.
Nothing more, nothing less.
What was the score, though, Symone? What was the score?
22-10, baby.
That sounds familiar.
And the Lord will send a message. The Lord will send a message.
He will send that message where you need it the most. That's the same score we beat the Green Bay Karens by. The Green Bay Karens are so pathetic, y'all. They are so pathetic. What they tried to do, right? This is what, correct me if I'm wrong. They tried to take back their reasoning for the vote as if they wasn't trying to assassinate us. They tried to make it seem like it wasn't so much about us. It was just about the play. Then they end up losing again. How you lose to a team 3 times in Brazil, in the playoffs, and in the offseason? And then the testicular fortitude of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers admins to be posting, this is how you stop the tush push. So why y'all vote for it to be banned then? Why y'all vote for it to be banned then? A lot of crybabies, man. A lot of people thought they was going to be able to rejoice yesterday. Our haters was lined up. Lined up thinking that it was going to be.
Ready to attack.
Oh, they was ready. They had the memes.
Ready,
they had the memes. They was locked and loaded. You see Terrence Parsons with his unbrushed head all on my app. On my app. Ready to talk crazy. You see other Cowboys fans on my app. Ready to start atting me, but what happened? The Lord has made me invincible. There's no amount of shit talking that I can't. It ain't even summertime yet, y'all. It ain't even summertime yet.
The haters was ready, bro. Like you said, lined up, but we had the shield of protection. They was so ready, bro. 31 fan bases was ready to hate us because we're successful.
And this the thing though, y'all. Let's not forget to shout out the ones who said no, keep it in the game.
Absolutely. So we have.
Let's talk about the ops. Gannon. Stice.
Hold on.
Where your ad was at when we needed you.
Hold on. We got to dog walk this
thing. You got a job because of that play. Gannon's a bump.
Where your ad was at when we was voting on the tush push.
You feel me?
Where your ad was at? We needed to stop in the Super Bowl.
We got to dog walk this thing though. LB right. We do need to start with the people who did support it though.
Because it's a common theme with them all if you're gonna name them out.
So the Eagles got 10 votes, 1 including themselves, but the 9 teams that supported the Philadelphia Eagles are the Lions, the Saints, the Ravens, the Browns, the Jags, the Dolphins, the Patriots, the Jets, and the Titans. Now, 7 of those 9 teams that supported the Eagles were from the AFC. Only 2 teams other than the Eagles from the NFC supported them, and that was the Saints and the Lions. You see, Kellen Moore, he knows how his bread is buttered. He know how he got that job, why he got that job. He a real one. He respects the ring. He respects the ring.
That at a high clip last season.
And then Dan Campbell is just a man's man. Like he's the type of guy to run through a burning building. Like that's his personality. So I didn't expect anything less from Detroit. And the funny thing is, Detroit has so many injuries. They could have easily sided with the league, but they didn't.
We'd have lost. We'd have lost if they'd have flipped, right? If Detroit would have flipped, we'd have lost. We needed 2 teams to flip.
2 would have had to flip.
Yeah, 2 had to flip.
They needed 24.
And let's think about this, y'all. Baltimore, New York, New Orleans, Jacksonville. You know what I mean? What was the other ones? Cleveland. These Miami, are real Tennessee. Miami. These are real cities. Real hustlers come from these places. Real people. These are teams that take on the identity of the people from the top to the bottom.
That's a good point.
From the top, Baltimore, Detroit, Cleveland, the grittiest of the grit. I've been to all of these places. The grittiest of the grittiest. Black and mild smokers. The grittiest of the grittiest, bro. And they said, no, it's a football play. Then you got these. I'm surprised by Mike Tomlin. Everybody swear that they want to play this physical. Everybody swear that they physical until it's time to bet on the physical play.
Yeah, I agree with you. I was definitely surprised.
Yeah, everybody think they physical and they rah, they this, they that, and they team could do it. You know, come on, bro.
But y'all pointed out some important facts. The fact of the matter is, Shane Steichen and Jonathan Gannon didn't keep it P.
And all I'm saying is, y'all know these coaches got influences on these owners.
I forgot about Shane Steichen.
No, listen, Shane Steichen
Nick Sirianni said specifically, I better have them 3 votes. You know what I'm saying?
He called them out specifically.
The coaches is the ones that's making these playbooks. The coaches are the ones that's affected by the tush push. You can't tell me these owners aren't consulting with these coaches, asking what it is, what it ain't.
Yeah, because somebody tried to tell me that what if Gannon and Steichen actually wasn't against the play, but ownership still voted against it. And I'm like, it don't matter. Not even just that. Let's just say it's the truth. I don't care. You want to know why? Because you allowed yourself to be a tool. And when you're a tool, you get used. And we treat tools how tools get treated. So my thing is, Shane, Gannon, I understand it though. I understand the sour grapes. I understand the bitterness of not being able to get it done in 2022 and thinking you made Nick Sirianni. See, that's the thing. They left there thinking they made that man. They thought that man was dead in the water. And when the Eagles collapsed in 2023, they was like, hold on, wait, a 10-1 start. And they fall through the cracks and they say, all right, okay, 11-6. All right, we can live with that. Nick Sirianni he still ain't be able to get it done without us. 2024, Nick Sirianni comes in, new staff, gets right, goes to the Super Bowl, wins it. I sense a little bitterness. I sense 2 guys that couldn't get it done, and they thought they made him. But the reality is Nick Sirianni made them. He made them. Y'all got the opportunity because y'all got next to this man. Y'all got the opportunity because he recommended y'all.
And there's 2 guys who will never get an extension like Sirianni just got.
Exactly.
After their time is up, they're going to be looking for a new coach.
I'm looking at Shane Steichen like, my brother, with all due respect, you're on the hot seat.
Might be fired this year.
You're on the hot seat.
Right. And, yeah.
They'll fire a coach before they fire a quarterback.
Right now. I feel invincible, bro. And it's not even to the point where it's principles. It ain't even the fact that we needed the tush push. Even without the tush push, we was still going to be getting them short yardage, regardless. It's the principle. Don't come for the crown.
It's the principality.
Come for the king. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Come on, baby. Don't play with it. It's just the principle. Don't play with us. It's not the fact that we need the tush push. It's a precedent being set. Leave us alone.
I hope Jalen Hurts break the rushing
yard. Don't play with us.
Record now.
Huh?
I said I hope Jalen Hurts break the rushing yard record now, the rushing touchdown record for playoffs. I think he only got a couple more left.
Yeah, he definitely got the record for he definitely has the record for the regular season. He beat out Josh Allen and Cam Newton and all those guys. So
for the most rushing touchdowns in the regular season?
Yeah.
Wasn't Cam saying something crazy?
By quarterback.
Yeah, Cam, man. Cam bitter. Cam went to the Super Bowl, lost in the Super Bowl. He ain't want to dive on that fumble. You know what I mean? Cam ain't willing to do whatever it takes to win. Then the league passed him around like a village bicycle. Everybody got a ride. They just passed him on around. You know what I'm saying? The village bicycle. Nobody wanted him. Cam wasted the last 3 years saying he still could play. He finally gave that up.
Oh.
You know what I mean? He finally gave that up. You know, I don't take a lot of these guys serious no more, man. There's a lot of jokes running around right now. You know what I mean? And then you got Chris Sims. Chris Sims back to being a joke.
He back. He couldn't help himself. He couldn't help himself. He's back.
That implies that he left.
Well, I'm saying he
fell back.
He was shutting up.
Yeah, he fell back a little bit. Then he came back to it because
his stomach was probably hurting. He had headaches at work or something. He couldn't be his full self.
That's funny.
Definitely stomach. You trying to say he was cramping?
No, what I'm saying was he never stopped being a hater.
That's true.
He probably was busy for a few days and couldn't be his full-fledged hating self.
To your point, hate is in your DNA, so that's something you can't shake. That's in your DNA.
So
he ain't never stopped.
So his daddy a hater. His daddy a hater too.
Who is daddy?
Phil Sims.
Of course.
The Giants quarterback.
They Giants guys. They're Giants guys. That's all it is.
So this the thing, though. This the thing. And there's guys like Chris Sims who, when they open their mouth, they push this narrative even further than it has to go. So Chris Sims' issue is that where Jalen Hurts is ranked by PFF. It's 5th, by the way. You know what I mean? His issue with it is that Jalen Hurts he was shaky during the regular season in his eyes. You know what I'm saying? And he's only getting this praise because how he finished the season. Well, duh.
Yo,
I gotta tell you know, funny.
Yo, do they listen to themselves when they talk? Like, duh. Like the last the 2 most important games of the season. Yeah, you better play your best, and that's what he did. It's a lot of guys that he loves. It's a lot of guys he probably put ahead of him that can't get to that point or can't survive that moment.
They can't get to that point. So it's like, why are we still so infatuated with these bum ass quarterbacks doing the regular season, but when it's time to go compete for a Lombardi, they all turn into pumpkins?
But playoff games don't matter, LB. Remember, playoff games don't matter. Wins don't matter.
No. Shit, Super Bowls don't matter either since Nick Sirianni got the extension. Haven't you heard? They said Super Bowls are not a coach's stat. What universe do we live in? We are amongst losers. We live amongst losers. The only winners left. We live amongst losers.
Lonely at the top.
Everybody beneath us is a loser, making excuses for losses.
But they talking about some Phil Simms being his daddy. Y'all, I'm the type of person, I don't be knowing nobody in the family. I don't be knowing the family tree. It be making my sister and my cousin mad. Like anytime we at the family function, I'll be like, oh, she's so-and-so's daughter. Oh, that's her daddy. It be my cousin. I don't be knowing how nobody whose daddy nobody is or that is.
It gives you a headache trying to remember
who's who. I'll be like, oh, that's his sister. I thought they was married.
Somebody stay pulling me to the side. That's your cousin. From where?
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. That's the most awkward shit ever. Hey, yo, let me introduce you to your cousin. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, it's like, bro, like we ain't grow up together.
Right.
I'm never going to see him again, in fact. You know what I mean? I might not never see him again.
Maybe I used to babysit you. I remember y'all used to play when y'all was.
Here go the thing. My mom was somebody at some block party last year. She FaceTimed me. She was like, "Oh, I told you this was my son." I'm like, "Mom, who is these people?"
I'm gonna be honest.
Bro, I hate when they pull up FaceTime.
My mom do that shit, bro. My mom do that, and I can't stand it.
I hate when they do that.
But listen, I got
she like this my real.
Say hey.
She like, this my real son. Then the dude on the phone like, this really your mom? I'm like, why would I have this lady number?
I got a sixth sense though. I know when my mom is trying to set me. For some reason, I got a sixth sense about that shit now. I learned it. I figured it out. It's for some reason when she called me at certain times, I just feel like somebody else on the other end of that phone that's not her. I got a sixth sense. And sometimes there was a point where I wouldn't answer FaceTimes. I let somebody FaceTime me again to make sure they're serious.
Right. No, that's what I do. Period. You got FaceTime me.
So what I be doing is I answer the joint like this. I'm like, hello. The whole time I'm looking, I'm like, hello. All you see is one lock. Hello. Right up. I'm like, Mila had my phone. That's my daughter. Hey, Mila had the phone, man. I don't know what's going on,
bro. I can't stand it, man. I got to talk to my mom about that. Like, just stop FaceTiming me. It's a pet peeve.
But it's hard because.
Don't FaceTime me. I don't want to wave at everybody at the function. If I'm
you
not
know what?
there,
it'd be too loud. You can't even have the conversation you want to have. It'd be too loud. Why are we even trying to do this right now?
And I'll see you on the next one. All I'm gonna do is say hi, auntie. Hey, uncle. Hey, cuz. Hey, cuz. Like I'll see y'all at the next function.
And I'm not really even like a big phone person, so I'm always wired to think that something's wrong. That's the only reason why you got to be calling me.
See, you be paranoid.
Right. I always think something's wrong. I always think, I don't know, maybe I need therapy. I need to get out of that mind frame, but I always think something's wrong.
You're home, Moby. You're home. You're home.
Usually call me, then I'm like, there's no way in hell I'm going to answer that phone. If you don't call me on the regular, I'm not answering the phone because like you said, something's suspicious. Why are you calling me?
Something suspicious. Or somebody texts like, yo, bro. Nah, bro, I ain't got it.
I ain't texting back.
I ain't got it.
It's always a yo, bro.
I don't have it.
It's always a yo, bro.
I am poor. I don't have it.
I tell you all the time, I'm broke.
Listen, y'all need to adopt that mindset very sooner than later. I'm telling y'all. Listen, I know a little something. I'm a little older than y'all. Start saying you ain't got it now. Yes. Stop. I'm 38. Stop saying you ain't got it now. Don't wait a day too late. I went to church. He said, don't lend nobody no money. I've been living by it since. I've been happier. My favorite came from God to the pastor.
Speaking of money, y'all see them prices for them home opener?
I ain't even gonna watch, man. Just take it.
Bro, the home opener prices is berserk, bro.
Yeah.
I'm talking about standing room only $500.
You gotta wait. You gotta wait. You gotta let it burn.
I've already seen some drop a little bit.
If you buy now, you're just way too thirsty.
Yeah, you way too thirsty.
You gotta wait. You got
the NFC Championship when the Eagles, when it was like the day and time when the tickets went on sale for the NFC Championship, I bought mine that night. When I tell you 2 days later they dropped like $300.
I know you were sick.
I was sick, bro.
Right,
sick.
right.
You can't even think about stuff like that. You just be like, money spins.
Yeah, you just gotta be like,
you just gotta chalk it up to the game. Money spins.
Thank God I'm able.
Right. I just be like,
thank God I'm able.
Spins, bro. Can't take it with you.
No, yeah, but so I'm waiting. I'll probably wait till like preseason kickoff. But
I'm gonna wait till like July.
I don't know. I don't think they're gonna go down too much. It's the Cowboys and the banner.
I've already seen some drop. Like there was one section that was like $900 some last week, and then I saw some tickets to that same section for $750.
Bro, I gotta buy two.
I gotta buy two.
Yeah, you got your giveaway, right?
The contest winner.
What section are you sitting in?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be at the 50-yard line. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if my contest winner gonna be right there with me. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You gonna put the winner in the nosebleed.
Oh, you wrong.
Listen. What you mean?
You wrong.
I mean, listen. I ain't gonna put him.
They came for you. They came to sit with you.
He gonna be with me. But when we go in the gate.
All right, deuces.
No,
I didn't like that. I ain't gonna put him up there with Jesus.
With you on the 50-yard line watching the banner drop.
I ain't gonna put him up there with Jesus. He gonna be like at a nice 110. I usually sit in the 110. You know what? I'm gonna just get 2 joints in the 110. I ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, bro, you wrong for that, bro.
Bro, the 50-yard line is nuts, bro.
The 50-yard line is nuts.
I'm about to be at 110 or one. I'm gonna be in either 110, 131.
110. I always sit in 110.
I either sit in 110 or 130.
110 is my spot. I always sit in 110. Yeah, I was trying to be at the 50. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna have to get my sister a ticket.
The 50 like 2 bands. That shit like 4 Beyonce tickets.
Yeah, the nosebleeds is $600.
Bruh, I'm in there. That's all I know. I'm in there.
No,
all I know is I'm in there and my contest went in there.
Let me tell you why he wrong. He wrong because he said y'all gonna be at the game sitting with me.
No, so look, no. I got the evidence. I ain't gonna do nobody wrong.
Delete.
No, I got the evidence. I'm gonna tell you what I said. I said we're gonna tailgate together. You ain't gotta worry about no food, no drinks. You're gonna get the whole experience. You're gonna be with some real animals from North Philly. You're gonna be good. It's gonna be a time. But I said I can't guarantee that we sitting together. It's hard to do that.
You said that.
If you said I can't guarantee it.
I don't remember that being a part of the pitch. I mean, I ain't
gonna put you. Listen. I ain't gonna put you up there with Jesus and them. Even though I sat up there before, ain't nothing wrong with that.
If you said that if there's no guarantee y'all sitting together, then yeah, you could put them anywhere.
But see, I ain't gonna do you bad. The banner gonna drop.
There's no bad. It's a free ticket.
There is, right. The banner's gonna drop. You're gonna go to 4th and John tailgate with me. You can go to Philly Sports Trips tailgate with me.
My birthday party.
And
then your birthday party?
Where
you having it at?
I gotta figure all that out.
You've been in Philly a lot.
I'm about to say the same thing.
You've been in Philly a lot.
You know why?
I wasn't going to the club, so
you know why?
You went to the autism challenge and all that.
You know, listen, Big Sis moved down there. She out there now.
She about to have motion, bro. She about to have motion.
I bet. I know what's going on. You've been out there. You got the braids.
I'm gonna be right back too this weekend. Because this weekend is not this weekend. The next weekend is Roots Picnic. So one of my sisters, I got an older sister.
I think I might be at the Roots Picnic too.
My oldest sister is going to the Roots Picnic.
No. The joint I'm going to is Made in America.
Yeah, you probably two different things. I think that's July or something.
Yeah, Made in America is July.
Made in America. I ain't been there in a while.
I gotta buy her. I might not even buy her a ticket because she's not even pressed to go to the game. I'm only buying her a ticket as a companion.
Your sister?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she don't be pressed.
So I might have to go in there solo. Well, let me tell me where you.
I just can't believe LB going to give them the whole experience.
I might sit beside
what you mean?
As soon as they walk through the gate.
So my man.
All right, I see it. All right,
my man that I go to games with. Yeah. You saw my homie. He would be at like 80% of the game, Symone. We have never sat next to each other for years. We be texting about game like that's some bullshit. He'd be somewhere else in the stadium. I'd be somewhere else.
Fair enough.
Because one time we sat next to each other. He just was so mad because people was just like, it was a whole bunch of, hey, can you take this picture for me, real
Yeah.
quick? He's like, bro, man, I'll see you later, bro. He's like, I'll see you later, bro.
No,
we go to the tailgates, and he be, or just be like, he sit where he sit. I said, where I sit. He's like, I'm sitting right here. Like, damn, I'm gonna try to find me a joint. As long as you go to the game together, the experience is walking through them gates by yourself, and you like, honey, I'm home. No matter who you with.
That's true.
Just going to the bathroom in the Linc is an experience. Then when you see that field, come on, man.
Antonio said, give him a ticket. He'll sit anywhere.
Then you're gonna see that black cover, and you know what that's covered up in the rafters. That new banner.
Maybe I'm just bougie.
You is bougie. Me too. I like to sit in the 110 section.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'll just pay that extra bread to sit low. Because my thing is, I'm gonna be in the sky. I might as well stay home. That's my thought.
No, but it's like a really, really good 230 section, I think, where you could see the field so well.
Because it's not like baseball. Like baseball, I feel like it's the difference between like sitting nosebleeds at the football game. It'd just be so hard to see. Like, you're not getting the same experience because they're so small. Like, you can't even see like how far a gain was because like your perspective is so off of like the field. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It kind of messes with my viewership experience being so high up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
If you're a football nerd, like you probably like that far away, though.
A 5-yard gain is going to look like a 1-inch gain from like so far up. You know what I mean? You can't even really tell.
Man, 110 give you that end zone experience.
Yes, bro. Like when they running for that touchdown,
bro. You see the team. You see them warming up and all of that. Then you can walk down. You can walk down to like the little edge before kickoff. You be like, damn, them dudes really big as hell in real life.
Right.
Yeah, the best seats I ever had was the pylon.
You see them warming up. It's just like you just right there. Then from a content creator's perspective, you get all that little beginning of the game footage. It'd be lit.
But you get that from the other side too, because they switch end zones. So like, as long as
right. So what is that? 130? Is that 130 on the other side? Yeah. So like 110, 130, it don't matter. But I've never been 50-yard line.
I've never been 50 either. Not for NFL.
Right. I'm saying I've never been 50-yard line. And this was supposed to be the year.
Go to a 50 for another game though.
Nah, I need to see the banner drop at the 50. There's no other game. You
can see the banner drop from because when I was at the concert.
I want to be on a 50 on a Cowboy side.
You're gonna be getting arrested.
I want to be on the 50 at the Cowboy side. If somebody want to throw hands, I'll climb down there.
You're gonna get arrested.
That's cool.
He said that's cool.
My uncle got arrested at a Commanders game.
What?
Yeah. My uncle.
You? Oh, what the hell you doing?
Can you imagine?
We all went into the game. He tried to finesse his way down to a lower seat, ended up getting into it. He was one of them crazy Commanders fans, though.
Oh, he was in somebody else's seat?
I think he was trying to take somebody else's seat or something. It was Commanders-Eagles game, too.
What year was this?
2017. The year we won the Super Bowl, first game of the season.
Oh, man, yeah.
We all tailgated. Like, the whole family had a tailgate. We all went into the game together. He never came to his seat. The seat we had for him.
They was talking. No, they was talking spicy. The last joint I went to a Commanders game. Me and Philly Mike was there. Philly Sports Trip. They paid for us to go there to promote their thing. They was talking crazy, bro. They was talking spicy. Like, it was low key close. Then Jalen and them boys start putting belt to ass in that second quarter, bro.
This is what's this? 2023.
This was when the stadium fell. When the railing fell.
That was 2021, right?
I don't know. No, that was the Super Bowl. No, that wasn't the Super Bowl year. Because they played in DC first game of the season that year. I think it was the year after that.
So 2023.
When we started 10-1.
Okay, yeah.
Was it the 10-1 year?
Yeah, 10-1 year we had 2 close games with them, like real close.
Yeah. This was Smitty was catching all them touchdowns and all of that. And
AJ had the one hand jump.
Yeah.
But no, that's what's up though. Regardless though, whoever do win the ticket, go have a good time with you though.
It's gonna be fire, bro. It's gonna be fire.
For sure.
I gotta figure out my birthday. Cool Cat said he was throwing a party.
Where you throwing a party at?
He said at the tailgate.
At the tailgate.
Mm-hmm.
What? The tailgate. I'll pull up.
I don't know the details, but then this other girl I know, she has like a black women football account. She is supposed to be having a kickoff. A lot of people trying to do stuff attached to this home opener because she's supposed to be having some like season kickoff thing that day too.
Now, what would be fire? I'm not totally opposed to this, even though I do want to go to the game. If somebody had a real fire Airbnb situation.
That's why I was telling my sister to have a pool party.
I would probably go to a pool party other than the game, and the money.
No, not other than the game.
But you want to go to a pool party and a game?
So my birthday's on Friday. I feel like everything got to happen on Thursday because people gonna be lit on Thursday. Everybody gonna be hyped up on Thursday. You know what I mean?
Oh, so you trying to have something happening in the daytime?
I'm thinking like a brunch or something earlier in the day.
Thursday? No, they ain't gonna work on Thursday, Symone. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna tell you why. Because people gonna be outside at 5 a.m. at the Linc.
Yeah. Thursday. Thursday gonna be a
opener.
Movie.
It's gonna be parades.
I ain't having no party, bro.
It's gonna be drill teams outside.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the vendors outside. People are going. The lots are gonna be packed.
Well, then I won't have no party.
Season opener.
My birthday on Friday.
Cowboys, yeah.
And it's gonna be about 85 degrees still.
What?
It's gonna be a movie.
I already know what I'm wearing.
I already know my fit too, bro.
Yeah, I'm about to be fresh, bro.
I just gotta stay in shape because I can't gain 1 pound. It ain't gonna fit no more.
That's a damn shame. That's a damn shame. That means you shouldn't be wearing it. We're doing that.
No, I bought it custom. It was one left on the site and it was custom. It wasn't exactly my size. It was like probably a half size, not my size, but you know, it was custom and it was only one. And the girl,
there's no more. There's no more.
The girl was like, "Oh, I looked at your page. You can fit it." Of course, she wanted me to buy it, right? So I bought it. It's a little too tight.
Yo, girls do that, yo. Like for some reason, when they want something, they don't care if it's a size too big or too small. They're gonna find a way to get that shit.
Right,
bruh. It ain't nothing worse than a girl getting ready for a trip, bro. My girl flew out today. It's her friend's birthday. They went somewhere, some island or something, bruh. She been
some island. You better know.
I know. I got a location. I know where she is.
Oh, you just not telling us, okay?
Yeah, bro. She been trying on clothes for 3 weeks straight. I feel
not 3 weeks.
That's what it feel like to me. It's right, not 3 weeks, bro. Stuff been coming to the house. No, nothing got my name on. I'm like, damn, nobody buying me nothing. I'm jealous. You know what I'm saying? I'm at work.
You mad? You're not on the trip.
Like it. It's a girl's trip, man. I can't go. I don't like it though.
You've been calling. You know you're not supposed to be calling when they on their trips.
I ain't calling.
I will say this though. I am a little
petty.
Actually,
you are supposed to be calling. She just not supposed to answer.
You know?
Nah.
No, you are supposed to call because if you on a trip and your man ain't calling, that's not a good look.
What you mean? So what's the logic behind that? I'm supposed to call, but she ain't supposed to answer.
If you on a trip and your man is not calling you, that's not a good look.
It's called, you know what it's called? It's called keeping up appearances.
No.
Yeah, like so this is your job as a man. If you know she's going on a trip without you, she's going with her friends. You need to know where they going. You need to know, make sure her sleeping arrangements is good.
Facts.
You need to know when the flight take off. You need transportation when the flight take off, when the flight land. You're gonna.
And I need your. I ain't gonna lie. I need your itinerary too. I need to know who boat you gonna be on. I need all that.
You know what I'm saying? You gonna get. That's all you need, really. That's all you need. Other than that, what you need is your own plans to be busy.
Thank you, Melly J.
What you need is your own plans to be busy. Other than that, because you're gonna get the FaceTimes, you're gonna get the text, but you're gonna get all of that. What we gotta sit on the phone for?
No. I never said sit on the phone. I said you need to call once a day. Bro, so I know that you thought about me. You're thinking about me. You're missing me. Then I'll answer the phone. Hey, what's up? Oh yeah, we about to go do this.
Woman ego.
I'm gonna text you.
Yeah.
That's all woman ego, bro. That ain't got nothing to do with you. Really, like, they ain't got nothing to do with you. That's woman ego. Because you know what that is? They low key like shitting on their single friends.
No.
Low key.
No.
Low key.
No.
Oh, he called. Oh, girl, you know what? He just checking in. You know. Oh, hey, girl, how you doing? Oh, he's fine.
No, because they don't like it when your man call.
Who, the other
exactly.
friends?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because you're not supposed to be on the phone. No, you're not supposed to be on the phone with your man. See, I got a cousin. She stay on the phone. You think I be thinking she talking to us? He on the phone. I'm like, Shelby in the room with us. I be like, Shelby in the room with us. Hey, Shelby, goddamn. She always got Shelby on the phone on the side. I'm like, I didn't know this is a 3-person combo, girl. Bye, Shelby.
I've never. Listen. I love my wife to death. You know what I mean? But like, I don't think I've ever loved somebody enough to be on the phone with them all day.
I mean, all day is crazy.
Different personalities.
Yeah, all day is crazy.
Like I had cousins that could just be on the phone with a chick or be on the phone with a girl they talking to, and they have the whole conversation with me, and then they be like, "Oh yeah,
that's kind of crazy."
No, but what I'm saying is like if I'm talking to my cousin and he got like an earpiece in or he got the earbud in, like I like the growing up, like I've been around cousins, older cousins, like we have a whole conversation, and they stay on the phone. That's back in the day where the earphones had the string, dudes that have them coming through the shirts. You know what I mean? Like
now it's even weirder.
AirPods changed the game.
It's even weirder now. Now if you go, you like for instance, so I'll be getting my hair done. Like it's like a hair salon situation. One chick in there do hair the whole time she on FaceTime. She got the phone propped up.
I hate FaceTime. That when I'm getting my hair done. Bro.
Like what you doing, bro? And bro, what are you doing? Are you trying to learn how to retwist? What do you want? What do you want to see here?
I can't. That's what I'm saying. I never was one of those dudes to just be on the phone with my chick like just all day. I can't.
I be on the phone with my mama all day.
I can't.
Yeah, that's different though.
Literally, I be on the phone with my mama all day. We be having some supreme conversation. And then when Dylan call, I be like, "Oh, what you need? Oh, my mama calling." Because I be knowing I got some good combo on there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you like as a man, especially if you live with her, like you gonna see her. Like see me and my girl, we talk all day when we home though. We live together.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We talk all day. But you know, go ahead, have your fun. Have your fun.
You missing what I'm saying.
I'm missing what you're saying.
I'm not saying you need to be on the phone. I say you need to call. I need to know at some point in this day, you were like, oh, let me check up on Symone. She could be in danger right now.
Hey, listen, LB, listen. That's the equivalent. Remember I told you a while back, they don't like us having a good time without them. So That's the equivalent. That's the opposite side of it. They want to make sure that you are being behaved. And that's all they care about. Your background got to be boring. You got to be sitting in the same spot you're always sitting at. They know you to sit at. You know what I mean? You just got to make sure, everything cool. Everything will be a good time. You got to play it down. That's all it is. It's just being newsy and shitting on their friends. Newsy, shitting on their friends. And
what is nosy?
Nosy. See, my bad.
What is that?
My bad. In Philly, we say newsy, but it's nosy though. It's nosy.
Same thing, newsy. You want to know the news.
You want to know the news, like you want. You know what I mean? But again, it's never really about us. It's about y'all.
It is all of it.
It's cool though. It's cool. You know, I call. You know, call once or twice. But I ain't about to be like,
oh look, Dylan was worried about me. I'm doing fine. It's nice to know you loved.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for real. The you know what I'm saying? The car service was at my crib at what? He was out there at a nickel, 5 a.m.
Damn.
I take the bag, I take the bag down, you know what I'm saying? Put it in the joint. I let Buddy know, hey, it's wet out here, man. We swerving around with my priceless package in the whip with you.
And see, you doing all that. You can send a courtesy call.
You doing all that? A courtesy call? I will. The girl is in the air now. I don't even think she's there yet.
I'm just saying for later. Goodness.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I lived a long life too, LB. You're not the only one.
Symone, I just want you to know. Symone, I just want you to know right now, Dylan is having the time of his life.
Dylan's sleep right now.
I'm just telling you right now, he's having the time of his life.
Right.
That's why.
Whole bed to itself.
Why you on your business trip?
No.
He's having the time of his life.
But Dylan actually, he works at 5 a.m. His show is at 5.
Oh, it's
later tonight, he will be having time of his life. But now he's actually sleeping.
Right, going to the kitchen.
Is that what he told you?
No, the only thing I said he can't do is go to a Braves game while I'm gone.
Why?
Why? So many of them.
Cause I want to go to the Braves game.
But you're not there, and the Braves play tonight. So
right.
You know, what if the Braves play tonight? You're not there.
No, they play tomorrow.
And are you gonna be there?
Do you come home tomorrow?
I come home.
You come home after the Braves game. So
first of all, look, I never said nothing.
LB, see what I said? See,
look,
you can't have fun without them.
No, you can have fun doing other stuff, but I want to go to the Braves game.
Bruh, I got treated like
you ain't gonna be out there chopping on without me, cracking peanuts without me.
Bruh, I got treated like the worst person
surf without me, doing the waves without me.
A rock hit my windshield.
7-minute stretch without me.
No. I don't like that. I don't like that. That's messed up. A rock hit my windshield, right? I had to go get my windshield replaced. You know, it was gonna be 2 hours. You know, it was near me, a movie theater. Now, I'm in the movies damn near weekly. A movie theater was right next to me, right? I go see Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts was good.
It was good as hell, right?
I saw Thunderbolts.
Right. I go see Thunderbolts, right? You know what I mean? She like blah 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 blah. She's like, "Oh, what you doing?" I knew that was gonna be an issue.
It's a trap. It's a trap.
Wait, you saw Thunderbolts without her?
I was getting my windshield fixed.
You saw Thunderbolts without her?
So I'm supposed to sit
there? LB, did she say she wanted to see it though?
Finish the story.
Did she say she wanted to see it?
Tone, that's my movie buddy. That's my movie companion. We go to the movies together all the time.
And you went without her.
It was doing work. It was doing work hours.
That's dead wrong. See, that's my whole point. That's something that y'all do together.
You're kind of wrong. You're kind of wrong, bro.
That's the same thing.
No. Here we go. Here go the whole thing. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna just catch this movie. I'm letting her know, right? I'm like, you want to wait? Is this something that you want to see? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I asked all of that. Then she was like, no, go ahead, do everything. At work, busy. You know, she
told you to go.
Right. Then I got out the movie. She was like, you really went? I'm like, what? What type of alternate reality we live in? Did I really go? We just had this conversation.
Don't be up over here thinking I'm just talking crazy. I'm trying to give you real tidbits.
I had wine. I had meatball sliders. But this is the thing though.
Let me tell you how her mind gonna work. You want me to tell you how her mind gonna work?
How?
She gonna be like, that's some shit we did together. That was my movie buddy. He could go to the movie without his movie buddy. What else can he do without his buddy?
No.
Without his buddy.
That would be
without his buddy. Go live without his buddy. You don't need me,
bro. I don't do nothing. I don't do nothing without her. I don't do nothing. The only thing I do without her is this. Content create.
So you set a bad precedent.
It starts with Thunderbolts.
So you set a bad precedent then. That's what you said.
I didn't set no bad precedent. It's doing work hours. I'm getting my windshield repaired. They say 2 hours, 2.5 hours. I catch an Uber to the movie theater. And here's the kicker. I didn't go to our usual movie theater out the way. I didn't do that. I went to a joint that me and her never been to. Then I take her
you broke in a new theater?
No. The theater was worse. The theater was of a lesser quality. It was just a pastime. So here go the kicker though.
Okay.
We go see.
Call me crazy, but
we end up going to the same movie theater the next week to go see what was that trash that just came out that I was talking about.
Final Destination.
We go see that, and she's like, "These seats don't recline. This theater is horrible. The movie was horrible." She was like, "We should never come here again." She wouldn't have liked it. She wouldn't have liked it.
Yeah, it was horrible because you went without her last week.
I guess. But you know what?
I will say I appreciate my wife. Like she let me know real quick. I don't want to say that. You can go by yourself. That's what
you know what my problem is.
She purposely set a trap because that's what she said.
You know what my problem is? I'm the baby. I'm spoiled. I'm spoiled. My parents spoiled me. My sister spoils me. When you the baby girl, I get spoiled by my siblings. You know what I'm saying? I'm spoiled.
I can see that.
Dylan noticed. Literally, huh? When I was like, all I have to do is pout for 1 second. I'll be like, oh, I want to go to the mall. We're not going to the mall today. And I'll be like, And Mom will be like, what's wrong? Nothing. They'd be all right, we go to the mall. Literally, I'm saying. So my brain is a spoiled. You know what I'm saying? I don't abuse my powers. I don't.
It sounds like you do.
That sounds like abuse. That sounds like financial abuse.
He can't go to the Braves game.
I just made a suggestion. I was like, I would appreciate it if you don't.
But that's a trap. That's the same trap. That's the same trap. Let's lay in the trap.
No, I was at least honest. I didn't say go to the game and then get mad when you didn't.
See, all you gotta do is lie.
He ain't gonna go. He ain't gonna go.
Say, oh yeah, I want to see something I already saw.
Say nothing. But see, I know. I'll see. You got an extra tan. You looking real tan. You've been sitting outside in the sun at the Braves. Just
let me ask y'all a question.
Okay.
On a scale from 1 to 10, how are you guys worried about the Cowboys on a scale from 1 to 10?
0. I ain't worried about nothing.
On a scale of 1 to 10, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll probably put it like a
Tush Push alive. I'm alive. I ain't worried about nothing.
Because it's one key element of this game that people not taking into consideration at all. I talked about it, I think my last like 2 or 3 videos ago.
What's that?
They can't stop the run. Why are we acting like that they somebody? They was like 29th. They was 29th in the league last year. 29th in the league last year, giving up
and they ain't really did much to change that.
They ain't do nothing to change it, bro. They can't stop the run. Why are we acting like that? This somebody that can stop our like this? Just AJ people Brown? In general, not AJ.
No, AJ Brown did say we got to be worried about them.
But see,
he's talking about the side of the ball. He ain't got to cover. Like he's just showing love to receivers. That's all it is.
No. I think AJ Brown is a professional. He's a professional.
That part too.
The thing is, every game in the NFL is tough. We don't play. Every game in the NFL is tough. These guys are training to be tip top. Every game is tough, and that's what he's alluding to. Yeah. We got to worry about everybody every week. But all the Cowboys content creators did was take what AJ Brown was saying and try to use it as a shield of defense. See, AJ saying we're gonna be good.
He's a pro. That's what he's going to say. He respects the game. He respects he understands that anytime in his league. See, AJ Brown has experienced the highs of the highs and the lows and the lows of the lows. He experienced a Super Bowl, a championship. He experienced the collapse. So he understands that you can't get comfortable in his league. He's going to always respect the sword at the end of the day. Going to always respect it.
How about how he's working out this offseason?
Bro, you saw him working out with them Bulls. You saw him working out.
I forget their name. Yeah.
He was working out with big ass motherfuckers. He was working out with bodybuilders.
He's working out with bodybuilders. Like he might be working out with dudes who take steroids, bro. Some of them dudes ain't natural, bro. But the exercises that he doing is just animalistic, bro. Animalistic, especially.
I ain't gonna lie. His entire off season like needs to be studied. He's been on an all-time run. It's been a good off season for him.
It's been one of the best, especially for somebody who's not getting like in terms of not being in the limelight as a Super Bowl champion, because he's a wide receiver. Like Jalen is everywhere, like nationally. AJ Brown, from an individual standpoint, from working out to giving speeches at colleges, to giving speeches in
having basically having these TED talks,
mental health, talking to the youth, the AJ Brown Football League. You know what I mean? Getting engaged. Like personally, AJ Brown
on a crazy run right now, for real.
He is having one of the greatest off seasons of a star. Then PFF just said he's the number 1 wide receiver in the game.
PFF just graded him as the number 1 receiver in football. He has for 3 years straight, he's had the highest grade in single coverage. He's like if AJ Brown is 1-on-1, he's been the best receiver in football. He's taken advantage of the most 1-on-1 opportunities for 3 years straight. Because he's unguardable.
That's a big kudos to Jalen Hurts, bro.
And a lot of people don't want to talk about that, because the reality is AJ Brown's best years have been with Jalen Hurts. That's a fact. His career years, his biggest number. It's not a conversation. He was in the league for 3 years prior to getting with Jalen Hurts, and he's had 3 of his best years statistically. That's a fact. And it matters. It matters who throws you the ball. It matters.
It do matter, and it matters the connection that y'all have, because some of them pretty back shoulder throws we see, that's timing, that's execution, that's being on the same page.
Absolutely.
That's being on the same page, bro. Rarely do you ever see Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown not on the same page.
It's rare.
Rarely.
And when they not, they take it personally because they like, hold on, bro. I thought you like it's very rare. Like at the Super Bowl, that one time I think it was on the left side of the field. They was on two different pages. I think
when he gave the little pistol thing. Was that the Super Bowl?
Not that one. No, not that one. It was AJ was on the left side of the field. Hurts thought he was coming back. AJ kept going straight because he beat his man crazy. I think it was an option route.
Right.
And AJ could have either came back or just kept going. And I think Jalen expected him to come back. Whereas AJ, he beat his man. I don't think Jalen expected him to beat his man that bad. He beat him so bad. And
AJ wanted AJ wanted that one too.
Yeah, he wanted it. And then from
did y'all see
what?
AJ talking about Nick Sirianni and his extension? When he was like, as long as Nick Sirianni in Philly, I'm gonna be in Philly.
Yeah, he did say that. Yeah.
Come
he
on,
said that.
Bro. The core that we built is something special, man. And honestly, if you want to be for real, bro, it absolutely makes no sense as to why AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts wouldn't be the top wide receiver quarterback duo in the National Football League. I seen Fox Sports put up a list. I think they had Dak and CD number 2. Who the hell did they have number 1? I know AJ and Jalen was 4, but number 1 was
probably Burrow and Chase.
Yeah, I think it was Burrow and Chase. Then you had Puka and Nakua had an AJ and Jalen as well. But
you know why they're doing that though, right? It's because those lists really be about the quarterback, and then they just
but it's like, but
I'm with you though. The numbers, if you look at AJ Brown's numbers with Jalen Hurts throwing the ball, they're amazing.
It's ridiculous. I think he averaged like 1,400 yards a season with the Philadelphia Eagles or something like that. So it's like, how many of them other quarterbacks have 3 straight All-Pros, Super Bowl 2 times in 3 years?
Mm-hmm.
Like AJ Brown numbers in the Super Bowl. AJ Brown might legit average 100 yards a game in the Super Bowl. Like what was his numbers last year?
How many yards did he have in the Super Bowl that just passed?
I don't know. It might have been a little under a beam.
Yeah. I don't think we had a 100-yard receiver in the bowl this year.
And AJ and Smitty damn near had 100. Smitty had like 96. AJ had 100 in the first one.
So here we go. All right. So AJ had AJ had 3 catches for 43 yards, and Smitty had 4 catches for 69 yards.
Damn, AJ only had 3 catches in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, he had 5 targets, 3 catches.
I'm snitching on y'all right now.
Jalen was locked in.
Yeah. And
he was locked in.
And Dejean had 2 catches, 42 yards. He spread the ball around. Like literally he spread the ball around.
So for AJ, that averages out to like 75 yards a game in the Super Bowl.
Yo, Saquon led the team in receptions. He had 7 targets, 6 catches for 40 yards.
Saquon had a sneaky good Super Bowl too. He just
people because he didn't get off in the run game. People think he if you really rewatch that game, he affected that game because he gave Jalen Hurts a lot of outlets when the blitz was coming. Jalen Hurts did an amazing job taking what they gave him and then just popping him on the back end whenever he got the opportunity. Because Saquon having 7 targets for 6 catches basically says Jalen Hurts was getting the ball out of his hands on time, taking the check down, letting his playmakers do their thing. That Saquon Barkley catch on the sideline where he bobbled it and caught it and fell back, I think that was Saquon's biggest catch. But Saquon had a great game in terms of just being an option, keeping the offense on schedule, and he didn't get enough credit for his blocking. He blocked a lot of huge, he had some pretty crucial blocks in the Super Bowl.
It also shows how much we think about Saquon too, though. You know what I mean? Like Miles Sanders would never got them opportunities because Miles Sanders can't catch.
Yeah, it's sad because
he about to be with Dallas.
I'm not. That nigga looks stressed. Have you seen him lately?
He looks stressed. Yeah, he looks stressed.
He looked like he washed. Not even gonna hold you. Carolina stole his soul.
Yeah, and Saquon Barkley was used the way you use a weapon. Everybody was so focused on him, and because Saquon Barkley could take one of them little dump offs to the crib. That's how explosive he is. So we use Saquon Barkley the way we were supposed to use. I think he had 90 rushing yards, didn't he, in a bowl?
No. Saquon had 57 rushing yards.
Oh, okay.
And he had 40. 90. And he had 40 receiving. He had 97 total yards though.
Okay, that's good though.
Yeah, no, for sure. In terms of yards for scrimmage. He had let me see. He had 6 catches and he had 25 rush attempts. So Saquon had 31 touches in the Super Bowl. 31 touches for 97 yards.
As he should.
And so when you put it in perspective, Saquon was very instrumental in that game. You know,
it didn't even seem like he had that many touches.
Yeah, because a lot of his runs didn't really go far. He didn't really break like, you know, a 20-yard run. His longest run of the day was a 10-yard run. But he was just nickel and diming them all day, just keeping the offense on schedule. That's why what Jalen Hurts did in that game was so spectacular to me, because the Eagles were in 2nd and 3rd and long a lot in that game. If Jalen Hurts doesn't do his job, Spagnuolo's game plan worked out perfectly. But Jalen Hurts, being a top 5 quarterback, Jalen Hurts lived up to the moment and did his thing. That's why when people try to say the only reason we won that Super Bowl is because of Saquon, I say to myself, did you not watch the game? Saquon wasn't able to affect the game in the ways we used to. Jalen Hurts was in 2nd and 3rd and long consistently in that game. Consistently.
He had to continuously and consistently beat the blitz, bro.
He led the team in rushing, led the team in passing. I mean, like, what are we talking about? He was the offense.
Yeah, 70 rushing yards. You know what I mean? And I said this, man. We talked about this on this show going into that Super Bowl, that Jalen Hurts running the ball is going to be a huge factor in the Super Bowl, because they're going to blitz so much and they're going to create those lanes, and Jalen sees those gaps open up better than anybody in the league, in my opinion.
To your point, I literally posted a video about this on TikTok. Make sure y'all lock in on me on TikTok. I'm going to do the TikTok. I'm having fun on there.
Oh, me too, bro. I ordered like 3 things from a TikTok shop.
What you buy?
I bought
on my laptop now.
I bought like some chest workout thing. Shoot,
I ain't buying it from there yet. I ain't buying it from there yet.
I bought some oil of oregano with black seed oil. They got all type of shit on there.
I heard TikTok shop is addictive. That's what I heard.
You know, it's like it's just like AliExpress. All that stuff coming from AliExpress.
Pretty much.
But yeah, like Jalen, he was the offense, and when you watch that game, the most important thing was him taking what they gave him and just making it work from there. And I made a video about this. They should have never ever let him get a taste of that apple. They should have never let him win that Super Bowl, bro.
They should.
Because now he figured it out. Now he did the science. He went there, he lost, he came back, and every mistake he had previously he didn't make. I mean, he did throw an interception, but it was basically a glorified punt, so it wasn't even really that bad.
His goal is to be legendary, man. They asked him about the Super Bowl season. He don't even want to discuss that no more, bro.
And on top of that, they asked him about, you know, being perceived differently. He said, "Listen, all I care about is doing the objective. The objective thing is when you're defined is did you win or did you lose? There's no stats that can fulfill me. Like he's focused on objective truths, and that is, did you win or did you lose? Simple as that. That's how you lay. At the end of the day, people want to talk about stats. That's cool, but your legacy is ultimately defined by, did you win or did you lose? What did you do when you had that chance? What did you do in that big game? We like so far, Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson are on a Dan Marino run so far. People talk about Dan Marino. People say, "Oh yeah, Dan Marino was the man," but at the end of the day, we talk about winners in the end. We talk about guys that did it on the highest level. That's just the reality.
Yeah, it's the reality. Like Lamar Jackson, is he going to have a trophy? Is he going to have a statue in front of the building?
Right. We talk about Tim Duncan more than we talk about Karl Malone. And so I think some people would say Karl Malone is probably one of the best power forwards ever. But we talk about Tim Duncan. You know what I mean? We talk more about Draymond than we do Patrick Ewing.
You know what killed me? What killed me is people think that saying that Jalen Hurts was just along for the ride hurts us.
It doesn't.
You know what I mean? They think that hurts us, because they'll say things like, "Oh, Jalen Hurts just along for the ride. He had a super team. He had all of this." Then it'd be the same people that's begging for their quarterback to have all of that. They're begging for their quarterback to have a super team.
Yeah.
How you mad, or how you trying to crucify Jalen Hurts for having help, but you on the internet begging for help?
But here's the thing, though, right? You know what's so funny? Jalen Hurts, he averaged between 20 to 25 attempts this year, right? Isn't it funny how all these quarterbacks that they're trying to start winning with now, like Justin Herbert and, you know, Josh Allen, did you notice that they're taking the ball out of their hands more? Justin Herbert had the least amount of attempts he's ever had in his career. They ran the ball more. Josh Allen and the Bills, they ran the ball more. If you notice, winning teams have balanced offenses. Winning teams run a little bit more or run as much as they pass. Like, so all these gunslingers that you want to listen, that's why Dallas not going nowhere. That's why Dallas not going nowhere, because I'm telling you, they're gonna be throwing the ball 40 to 45 times a game. They're not going to win anything. They're gonna be stat sheet stuffing. You know, draft all the Dallas Cowboys for fantasy. That's all they're good for. It's fantasy football.
I think it's a little deeper than that, man. So there is a winning formula. I do agree, but also at the same time, some quarterbacks just not winners, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. That takes it a step further. Some guys just don't have it.
So like Lamar Jackson just don't have it. I'm sorry, Lamar Jackson don't have it. I know I sound crazy every time I say it, but telling me a guy that is good enough to win MVP multiple times, a guy that's good enough to throw for 4,000 yards, 40 touchdowns, and then he turned into something else in the playoffs. What do you call that?
I'm not gonna say yet that he don't have it. He hasn't shown he has it.
Symone.
He hasn't shown no.
What you waiting
know
for?
What I'm saying?
Say it. We're gonna give him 10 years like that.
But I'm saying that don't mean eventually he can't get it done. Is all I'm saying. I'm not gonna chalk it up and say he never gonna get it done.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you why he need to get it done rather sooner than later, because he is heavily dependent on his athleticism.
Mm-hmm.
As you get older, the athleticism runs out.
Exactly.
You have to learn how to Lamar Jackson don't throw the football better than Jalen Hurts. He just does not throw the football better than Jalen Hurts. Like we can put the film up on it. Now, Lamar ain't no bum. Lamar could throw, but if you're good enough to win MVP, you should be good enough to have a successful playoff run and play in the Super Bowl, in my opinion.
Lamar Jackson I agree with that. I'm just saying I ain't gonna say he never gonna get it done.
Lamar Jackson should have played at least one Super Bowl. He should have been at least one Super Bowl by now.
He's the only.
He has definitely underwhelmed. He's definitely been underwhelming.
He's the only quarterback with multiple Super Bowls in the history of the game to never play multiple MVPs to never play in the Super Bowl. Think about all the other quarterbacks with more than one MVP: Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre, Johnny Unitas, Tom Brady. They've all played in the Super Bowl.
Joe Montana too, right?
Joe Montana. I think Drew Brees only got one MVP.
Yeah,
but he played in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like MVP quarterbacks that win MVP 9 times out of 10 end up playing in the Super Bowl.
I just find it remarkable.
Josh Allen, he ain't playing the Super Bowl either.
I just find it remarkable.
How many he got? One.
That they have really. It's the only person that's been able to really crack the shield of Patrick Mahomes is Joe Burrow and Jalen Hurts and Tom Brady. Those are the only people that's ever humbled Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs.
I can't really even count Joe Burrow, but he's done it though.
He's actually beat him to get to a Super Bowl though, so I can respect that. But other than that though, he hasn't. At least he's been there. Like I could at least I know Joe Burrow can get me there. I look at Josh Allen and I look at Lamar Jackson.
How we know that's not a fluke by Joe Burrow?
It's very possible to say that too. Very possible to say that.
You know what I mean? Joe Burrow ain't been to the playoffs in 2 years. I don't know that reality.
That's a good point.
I don't know no elite quarterbacks that's missing the playoffs in 2 years while we sitting here saying you top 3. You can't even get to the damn playoffs. You can't even get to the playoffs.
Right.
I just can't keep giving none of these guys no passes, man.
And my thing is another thing, like they love saying these guys are so much better than Hurts. So why ain't they doing it with less than?
Bro, Hurts got 100% percentage of going to the playoffs as the starter for the year.
He hasn't missed.
Nick Sirianni, 100% percentage. I can't get these guys no. Bro, when Jalen Hurts won a Super Bowl, I don't have the grace for some of these guys no more who can't get it done, bro. Because what's your excuse?
Oh no, for sure. Like you get to a point where you start saying to yourself, all that shit y'all was talking, all these guys that y'all praise as God. My man took care of business when it was time to take care of business. You know, like I don't have any. No. I don't have any grace. I don't have any grace for a lot of these guys.
Right, but you know, within reason, I understand what you're saying because it's one guy that I do actually think is good enough. He just ain't, for some strange reason, that just ain't materialized. Josh Allen, but I can't give you no grace because you ain't do it.
I can't give him grace. I can't
the only grace I'm gonna give Josh Allen is the fact that Patrick Mahomes exists. Like That's just a little bit of grace. I'm gonna give.
I can't do that. I can't do that.
Nah, bro.
I can't.
I can't do that. Just a little bit of grace.
I can't do that.
Imagine having Patrick Mahomes in your conference, bro. Just a little bit of grace. Just a dab.
If Patrick Mahomes was in our conference, Jalen will send his ass packing.
And cause Josh ain't Jalen, but I'm gonna still give him a little grace.
So it's gonna be unfortunate because the only reason why Josh Allen will go to a Super Bowl is because the Chiefs' overall roster will decline. The Chiefs the Chiefs overall, like Kelsey is going to end up retiring. You know what I'm saying? Chris Jones, he ain't the youngest. The Chiefs' overall roster will take a step back and will get younger, and more will be on the shoulders of Patrick Mahomes, who I absolutely believe should be getting $60 million a year with a contract extension. So I think Jalen Hurts' contract extension should be coming up too.
Bro, I'm looking at some of these playoff losses that he's had against the Kansas City Chiefs. Like it's been times where the ball's been in your hands, bro, and you don't get it done. It's times where you don't put the cape on. Like at some point, these guys got to start being held accountable. Like Josh Allen, this guy's had top 10 defenses and offenses. Like like people want to talk about the super team the Eagles have. Those offenses that those guys have been on have been productive. So I'm trying to understand what stops in the playoffs. What changes?
Has Lamar even ever lost to Patrick in the playoffs?
That's a good question. I think
didn't Lamar and them lose to the Titans one year?
Yeah, they lost in the AFC Championship, I think.
Come on.
No, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. They lost in the divisional round.
Come on, bro. Like, look, come on,
man. The Titans.
I swear I feel like the Titans eliminated them one year.
They did. I remember that game.
What was that?
No, that was in 2020. They smoked them too. They beat them 28-12.
Like, how you put up 12 points against Ryan Tannehill, bro? Like, come on, bro. Lamar ain't gonna never get it done. I stand on it.
And that was when Tennessee was real good. That was when they had Derrick Henry, AJ Brown, and all that. And then he got his get back a year later, but beat him 20-13. But then you lose to Buffalo 17-3. You lose, like, yo, look at some of these games. Like, in his losses, I'm about to read off some of his losses and how many points the offense generated. 17 points, 12 points, 3 points, 10 points. There's only one playoff loss in his career where he's generated over 20 points. And that was when they lost to Buffalo this previous playoffs. Like he has many playoff games where his offenses have failed to generate 20 points in the losses. Like, come on,
y'all
what?
Y'all not gonna let Lamar Jackson rest.
I'm looking at these situations like his defense did their job. That's how I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it like, hold on, wait, your defense held them to 23 points. You couldn't win that game. Your defense held them to 17 points. You couldn't win that game. Your defense held them to 17 points. You couldn't win that game. Your defense held them to 25. You couldn't win that game. Or 27. You couldn't win that game. Look.
Man. See, look. This is where y'all get me messed up at. Only morale. No, LB, don't do that. Lamar is that guy. I support black quarterbacks, man. The good black quarterbacks, man. Not whack ones. Bro, I don't know what you talking about, bro. I don't care if you black, sky blue, orange. I don't care if your skin is the same complexion of bird shit. That pale white color. I don't care, bro. If you can't get it done, you can't get it done. Dak Prescott black, you don't got no problem saying he can't get it done.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna change. Now we're gonna change the situation for Lamar, bro. Lamar has shown no signs of being able to get it done.
Besides, we talking about results. We ain't talking about nothing more.
Yeah, I'm not talking about.
We ain't talking about him as a man. We ain't talking about him off the field. Like Lamar Jackson. Listen, if it makes you feel better, Lamar Jackson is the man off the field. Gives back to his people. He employs black people.
He was on Raising Canaan.
Yeah,
great actor as well.
He was on Raising Canaan. He was on Raising Canaan. He was on Raising Canaan for real.
Yeah. Lamar on Raising Canaan.
You know what I mean? So
they said somebody said Dan Sileo said it's more impressive to win a season MVP over playing good for 60 minutes and getting the Super Bowl MVP.
That's bullshit. That's cat.
You know what? I don't even want to say it and get the channel indicted.
That's cat. That's cat.
I don't even want to say it, get the channel indicted.
That's
look up Dan Sileo and some of the stuff he said. Look up Dan Sileo on some of the stuff he said. Allegedly, I'm gonna use the word allegedly. Allegedly, Dan Sileo called people monkeys, all type of stuff on the internet. Why are you bringing to me anything Dan Sileo said? Dan Sileo, I don't even care who telling. Dan Sileo is not qualified to talk about Philadelphia sports. He ain't qualified. Some of these guys only around because of the negative stuff that they were spewing. Now that we won the Super Bowl, they got egg on their face. They got egg on their face.
It's some people. It's some people that really can't fathom the fact that. See, here's the thing. People dug their feet in the sand so deep because they thought that Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts would never get it done. It's the two motherfuckers in the league that people was betting against. Everybody was betting against Sirianni. Everybody was betting against Hurts. You can't tell me any quarterback or any coach in this league that had the odds stacked against them more than these two. These guys, people wanted their jobs. People wanted them fired. People wanted them traded. Whatever it may be. These guys have had an uphill battle their entire tenure in Philadelphia. Uphill.
Yeah.
And the fact that they got it done, it grinds their gears. Now we're trying to change the rules of how we evaluate. Now we're trying to change the rules of how we evaluate success. And the reality is, Nick Sirianni is Super Bowl champion. You got to respect that. You got to respect that. Jalen Hurts is Super Bowl champion. You got to respect that.
Jalen Hurts' contract extension might hit like crack this year, bro. I can see it coming. I can see the Philadelphia Eagles extending Jalen Hurts, kicking some of that money back, and signing Justin Simmons. I can see that all happening before we kick off September 4th. I can see that all happening. The Philadelphia Eagles got another move left in them before we get to camp. Believe that. Saving that $4 million with Dallas Goedert, it's another move brewing. Another move is brewing. But one thing I will say, I don't like that Hard Knocks NFC East. I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm good off that. I'm not a fan of it. I don't want it personally.
I mean, it's gonna give us some things to talk about, but I ain't cool with it.
Yeah, I'm personally. AJ Brown was like, nope. You saw him tweet?
Yeah, I saw it.
He was like, nope.
Because they got to be so intrusive. They got to be in a locker room. Like, this ain't reality TV
at all. And I think it kicks off or starts in November or December, or at least when it starts airing, I guess.
December.
Yeah. So
the film
I'm against it.
The film crew's gonna be there. They're gonna be there like training camp.
Yeah, pretty much.
Together. Yeah, they're gonna be there training camp.
Training camp and throughout the first part of the season. Probably at least up into the bye week, maybe. It all depends. But I'm not with it, man. And I like the fact that our guy. See, we got no nonsense guys in the building too. Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, Jordan Mailata, Lane. You got guys that's no nonsense. So I gotta imagine a lot of those guys are drawing lines in the sand as far as, look, I'm not gonna over communicate. Just listen, just pretend you mic'd up the whole time.
They're over there breaking out the red panties in Dallas. They happy to be on TV. They happy to be a spectacle.
Exactly. And honestly, I think the main reason they did this too, George, the Cowboys, like you said, they're a spectacle. And it's gonna be box office saying George Pickens crash out. So you might as well get on live TV. It's gonna be box office.
That's true, man. But man, how many supers we got?
We got 10 in here. We can read them off real quick and get out of here.
Yeah, we done gave the people an hour and 13 minutes. Great conversation, man. How many total views we got? I can't see how many total views we got.
533 total. 533.
Shout out to the people, man. Shout out to y'all, man.
Yeah, shout out to y'all. My man War with the super chat. He says they say Lori was in there about the rumble with Troy Vincent.
Yo, yeah, Jason
Kelsey came through as well. Too. Yeah, I heard he got with Roger Goodell and Troy Vincent.
They was 10 toes down.
Yeah, and Jason Kelsey came through and showed love too, so that was a good
definitely
thing.
10 toes down.
We got you, Symone. And then Alex with the super chat right here. Damn, come on, load up. Alex says, I already saw Ops fans wishing injury on Hurts.
I saw that too. I saw that too on Twitter.
It is what it is, man. Ooh. We ain't worried about that. We ain't worried about that. Uno with the super chat says, I was the very first caller on that Super Bowl Linc Up episode. I just got my ticket section 138. Any recommendations for my first game?
Big money.
Make sure you get your crab fries. Get your chicken and peas crab fries.
Yeah, go to chickens and peas. Walk around, bro. Walk around. Get there early. Walk around. Go see the Philly Stadium. Just walk around and feel the environment. It's gonna be lit, bro.
Yeah, Philly has one of the best, in my opinion, one of the best sports complexes in the country. Not many cities have all their stadiums in one location. So, hit Xfinity Live. You know what I mean? Hit Chickies and Pete's.
Come to my party.
Walk around the stadium, go see the statues.
That was strategically done too, because every parking lot gonna be used for that for week 1.
Mm-hmm.
Come to the party.
War with the $1.99 says, I fuck with the 110 section. Don't sleep on 107 either.
Yeah, 107. I ain't never been in 107, but 107 be looking lit.
Green
Is
Wingman.
that end zone? Is 107 end zone?
It's like Catacorn.
Oh,
okay. I think you like where one of the tunnels at.
Where the tunnel is, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a game where I sat at the pylon. I was right there.
Yeah, that's a good ass seat too, though.
Yeah. The sideline catchers be going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Green Wingman with the super chat. He says, since the brotherly shove ban failed, do y'all see more teams trying to perform in different variations this year? Listen, if you can't beat them, join them, right? Watch teams. Some teams may try to create their own variation of it. Watch out for the Bears because what's his name?
Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson was hating.
He was, but you got to watch him now because he says, I like explosive plays. Has the Tush ever became an explosive play? Which it has. But be on the lookout for him to try to turn into an explosive play, to try to be one of those guys. Just watch him.
I would say look out for us because every time we go in that formation, man, we get people nervous. We could definitely catch somebody slipping out that formation.
Yeah.
We could line up in a formation and then reshift our alignment to something else. They had the wrong personnel out there. They will be sick. Sick.
Green Wingman, back again. He says the fact that a bunch of billionaires are jealous of one billionaire who invested in the development of the trenches and play within the rule book is diabolical. Right. Build your teams better.
Yeah.
So it is. Build your teams better. Drew. He says A.J. Dillon's going to be a major factor. Drew, I agree with you 100%. A.J. Dillon's not get talked about enough. If he stays healthy, I think A.J. Dillon's going to bring a whole nother energy to the run game.
I wonder if he's going to make the team though sometime.
He going to be a battling. He going to be a battling ram. He can be a battling ram. I think he makes the team. I think your running backs ought to be Saquon, A.J. Dillon, and Will Shipley. That's what I think. That running back combination reminds me the closest to the 2017-2018 run where you had LeGarrette Blount, Jay Ajayi, and Corey Clement, and Darren Sproles before he got hurt.
I feel like if he healthy, he gonna make the team.
Absolutely, I agree. I think they signed him
because you lost Gainwell.
Yeah,
but I think Shipley's supposed to fill that role.
Yeah, but we need like a thumper like him to really, alleviate Saquon.
Yeah, I think they don't want Saquon having over 500 touches like he did last year. He had over 500 touches in the playoffs included. It's crazy. Alex said new episode of Exciting Mike's with Saquon just dropped. Ooh, I gotta watch that. Cooper Dejean and Reed Blinks, we got a podcast. It's pretty cool. So
yeah,
I enjoyed it. I saw the first episode. Symone Mob with the super chat says, I don't want us to run a single tush push against Green Bay when we play them. I want to give them what they want and beat the dog crap out of them.
I'm fine either way.
Listen, I wouldn't. They're gonna lose anyway. It don't matter.
Yeah,
they're gonna lose anyway. They bitter. They Karens. They're soft.
It's definitely giving soft. And once your coach soft like that, it all matriculates down.
Lonely Star with the super chat says in their MVP seasons, Josh and Lamar couldn't stop Pat from reaching the Super Bowl. How the hell people running around telling us how scared the AFC is when Pat wins it damn near every year? That's the thing, right? He beat them in a MVP years. Like y'all were the MVP,
right?
And how can I take them seriously? How can I have any remorse or have any grace? How can I? Like the Ravens are talked about as being one of the best teams in football because of the front office, how they build their teams. Like, why am I having them grace or showing them grace? Darrell Stewart with the super chat says, thanks for what y'all always do. RP Jim Irsay. RP Jim Irsay. Because Jim Irsay is I don't know how much I kept up with his exploits, but Jim Irsay is that owner that's always Jim
Irsay got booked with a brick of cane in his trunk.
Yeah, and pills, a Ziploc full of pills.
He had a brick of raw and a Ziploc bag of pills.
What?
He had like 2 or 3 DUIs.
Jim Irsay is a dope boy.
He had like 30 DUIs. Yeah, you never heard about Jim Irsay?
I know about the DUIs. I didn't know about the brick.
Jim Irsay had a brick.
My man
like
had
Scarface.
My man had coke and pills in the car when he got caught.
And he got off. But rest in peace to Jim Irsay.
Money talk. Rest in peace, Jim Irsay. You know what I mean?
I think he had some cash.
Yeah, he did actually. That's a good point.
He had some cash too with him. That's he shouldn't have been that's trafficking. You know what I mean? But when you got that bag,
you ain't got that bag, man. Money is power. Money is power, and complexion is power. Philly Eagles Mafia says NFC Hard Knocks, so NFL can spy on this to try to stop us. Look, man, I ain't paying no mind, man. It is what it is. It is what it is, man. But look, y'all, that's our show. That's all the super chats. We appreciate the love.
But somebody made a good point. Jim Irsay did help out a lot with the community in Indy, though.
He did. No, he did for sure. Listen, I ain't got a problem with him. Mm-hmm. I ain't got a problem with it. It's just, I want to make sure we acknowledge.
Symone just lost power.
Yeah, I just want to make sure we acknowledge the full gamut of who he was and who he is. That's all. Yeah. You know what I mean? When brothers pass away, they make sure they speak on every last thing to their legacy. So I want to make sure we don't leave no stone unturned with Jim Irsay.
I think Jim Irsay was a good guy, man. But
listen,
everybody had
all he wanted to do was have fun. He just wanted to have fun.
Yeah, everybody had fun.
What I mean? Anyway, you guys, we appreciate the love. We appreciate the support. You guys have been great. Make sure you guys continue to smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the Linc Up YouTube channel. You guys have been great. Shout out to Symone. Shout out to LB. And it's straight like that, y'all. Hey, LB, kick that song, man. We out of here.
Man, play the beat.
You already know.